and welcome from a beautiful, sunny Nurburgring GP. Why would we be at the Nurburgring GP, one might ask? Well, we're here because at this very moment in time, in fact starting yesterday, the SimRacing Expo began. And you know, when I'm sat at home, I often think to myself, wouldn't it be nice if we had a somewhat virtual, uncut tour of one of these events so that you can see exactly what they're like. So without further ado, that's what's happening here. I'm literally just gonna walk through the expo with the camera so you can, well, it is veritably a pure virtual experience. I'm not sure what the audio quality is going to be like. I'm not sure what the video quality is going to be like, but hold on for the virtual ride. So first things first, we just actually walked up the gantry to the Nurburgring. I'm going to flip the camera around here. There we go. So there's multiple entry points to the Nurburgring. We've got the, for those of you that have had too many beans, you might have an asphalt or an untimely exit, but let's get in here. So those of you familiar with the Nurburgring GP, not in reality but from driving simulators, will of course recognise the roller coaster at the left hand side of the start finish line, and rather coolly the roller coaster goes through the entirety of the building, and so you can see it here going all the way across. It's really nice actually, but I think it's been out of commission for over 5 years now. I can't remember any time that it's ever been on. I've never actually seen it running. Maybe there's video footage on YouTube of it running, but that would have been really cool to go on, but that's not to be. So on our right, as you come into the track, you've got the ring work, which is a sort of, I think it's like a random Nurburgring merchandise shop. Downstairs, oh, you know what, I'm gonna have to go downstairs so I can show you it. No, actually I won't. I'm gonna peer over the fencing so you can have a look at it. But downstairs you've got the well, you can't see it. You've got the go-kart track entry down there. I think it's called the, I don't know what it's called, the Ringkarten. That's exactly what it's called. That's what it's called now. Hopefully later on we'll get a chance to actually have a go on the go-karts, maybe get a race in with Mr. Random Call Sign, Sim Racing Girl in the Jimmy Bread box. We'll see if we can get that to work. If it does work, you'll see a video of it. If it doesn't happen, you won't see a video of it. So now we're coming into the entrance of the sort of main conference hall. Actually, before the entrance, you've got a paddock shop here with a nice GT car, blank pane, more merchandise. Do you want to buy anything? You can buy it here. Then we've got the so the main conference hall, where, surprise surprise, is where the SimRacing Expo is taking place. It's actually a reasonably, you know, it's a good, they're taking up a good sort of half of the, a quarter of the conference hall. I think it's getting bigger every year. We are going to walk through the expo, don't worry, that's coming. But first we're just going to, this is the full virtual tour. So we've got the, there's the ADAC GT Masters Esports Race Room Cafe, currently closed for business. This is like a permanent fixture for the track, so this is here all the time, even when it's not SimRacing Expo, and they run different events, and obviously it's a partnership with Race Room. I think they're setting up for something in there. That's permanently there. We'll have a gander in there when they actually let us through the door. We've got the Cupra shop, more merchandise. You can buy more merchandise. We've got a guy carrying a beast of a camera, look at that. I'm just here with my little Canon G7X Mark II, and this guy's, I mean, look at it. I think he's overcompensating for something, you know. Film the cameramen. Nothing makes cameramen feel more on edge than filming them. They don't like to be filmed. We've got some more, we've got an Audi Sport there. Oh, Audi, it's the Audi shop, that's why. Oh, beautiful GT cars. So, see, the roller coaster goes all the way through here. And man, it's such a shame that itself. I have a bit of a soft spot for roller coasters. We've got some more shops through here. We've got the Racewear 24, the sports store. Oh, look at this. this is the real star of the SimRacing Expo show. Maybe we'll get to try that sim rig at some point. The space car, hang on, space car simulator. Look at those graphics. They paid someone £5 to Photoshop that up, that will do. Got earplugs, tower of earplugs. Stop you going deaf, highly recommended. We've got the AMG little shop where they actually have anything to buy in there. They've just got some more beautiful cars. And, oh man, we're gonna walk. We're gonna walk all the way down. Well, we're not gonna walk all the way down here. Yes, we will. Full exercise mode here. This is the only exercise that I get in life, is when I happen to go outside and have to film stuff for you guys. So thank you for keeping me fit and healthy. Right, oh look at this. So this is the big the main arena at the Nurburgring GP track, and at the moment they're obviously doing the they were doing the Porsche eSports race here yesterday. There you go, you can see it all set up with iRacing. Oh come on, you can focus. Can it? There it is. But it's a pretty healthy arena, and I think they're doing another. Oh, they were doing race room on it later on today. You got Studio 397. Oh no, there's a R Factor 2 announcement taking place in about an hour or so, I think. So don't know what that's revolving around. It might be something to do with the Nordschleifer laser scan R Factor 2 circuit. Maybe a new user interface. Who knows? Who knows? It could be anything, but they seem to think it's going to be a big thing. Oh my God! Forget driving simulators. We've got Scalextrics down here. Well, it's not really Scalextrics. It's another brand. Slot car racing. So actually, it's got pretty advanced. They probably got the digital controllers on that. So I remember back with Scalextrics, you know, the cars would go around the track twice, then they would stop working. Then you'd have to clean the metal, and then you couldn't like go on to different parts of the circuit. But with these new ones, you've got the digital controls. It's like playing a real life video game. It's too advanced. But we've got the Maybach icons of luxury. Yes, that's just a morning bottle of champagne there, you know. 299 euros. So about the same price as a bottle of wine in Lidl's in the UK there. That's when you win your race. And right, that's the atomic. It's gone atomic now. That's the end. I don't know why I found that amusing. I don't know. It's because it's so nice and sunny here. Everything seems good. It's the weird world of Germany. Sausages, sunshine, and race cars. You know, it's too good. So that is the Ring Arena. That was the warm-up, guys. That was the warm-up. Let me just put this back on my face. Whoa! So that was the warm-up. That was the salad entree. Now we're gonna make our way over to the actual SimRacing Expo, and if there's a queue, which I don't think there is now. They did have barriers up earlier. I'm gonna do the filthy YouTuber thing of just sneaking straight in. So we're almost there. We're almost at the threshold. But I mean, it's absolutely awesome to actually finally be at the SimRacing Expo. You know, it's weird because, as I say, you sort of see stuff online. If you do sort of, you're into sim racing or you're just into things in general, you watch like the YouTube videos, you don't kind of actually go to the places all the time, you know what I mean? So actually being in the reality of it is it's quite bizarre. It's very strange indeed. But with that filler conversation completed, here we go. So we've got the entry to the ADAC 2019 SimRacing Expo, and let's go through booth by booth. I'm going to go. This is a tour, overview tour, and then we will hopefully get to try a bunch of stuff out. But those will be separate videos, so don't expect that right now. So the first booth on the left is the FANATEC booth. Oh no! Don't look at that person, filthy. So you've got the FANATEC booth. They've got the F1 2019 stuff there. Obviously they've licensed, they've got the official hardware partner for the F1 2019. So FANATEC booth on the left, they've got a bunch of direct drive wheels set up with the Rennsport. We've got the handbrake and the shifters, Rennsport rigs, people concentrating. I don't know if they're doing like a competition or anything. It's maximum focus. It's really annoying when you're trying to focus on driving and someone puts a camera in your face. No, they're focused on the driving there. Oh dear. I don't think everyone wants to be on YouTube. It's not the dream for everyone. So that's the first, FANATEC's the first entry. Then we've got the, what is this, the SimCraft motion rig here. Let's just barge in front of everyone and be a total arse. So we've got a SimCraft cockpit there, which is very nice. Rolling about. We will hopefully get a chance to go on all these. We've got what's this one? Simrig.se, and they've got themselves a force dynamics. They've got themselves a force dynamics motion rig. Then they've also got one of the smaller. You know, it's got some 3D printed actuators on it, but it's a sort of lower price. Not do it yourself. It's like a pre-done kit that you can buy off the internet from their web store. And it's supposedly going to be the cheapest, one of the cheapest D-Box-like solutions, but obviously it's their own custom solution. Then moving on, we've got the rather impressive Visaro stand over here. I say stand, it's like a whole quarter of SimRacing Expo. They're showboating with their McLaren there. They've not rigged any simulator stuff into it. I think the McLaren was just Visaro were like, they were like, you know what, we would really like to own a McLaren for the business, purely for business, not because people that run Visaro wanted to drive around a McLaren and have an excuse to do it tax exempt. No, it's all just pure business. So we've got the Visaro sim rigs here. I don't know, let's have a look at the setups that they've got. So we've got the FANATEC DD, I think it's the DD2 on it. FANATEC pedals. They've got the D-Box with the 4 actuators on it. We've got the brake harnesses, which are actually really cool. They've got a sort of somewhat passive system on them, but when the actual sim rig moves, it tightens up the harnesses, but it gives you a really good sense of braking. Hopefully we'll get to go on one of them in a bit. Let's work our way through these people. And another rig over here with some really small screens on it. You know, just the usual modest sim rig. I've just ruined more people's camera shots there, these bloody YouTubers. Modest screens on this. They've actually set the field of view up nicely, so people will be happy with that. Often they get complaints of, you know, you see these giant rigs and the field of view is too wide. It's driving the Porsche RSR, it looks like, at this circuit in iRacing, and I think this one's using some sort of OSW system. Let's keep on meandering through here. So I think Visaro do have the biggest stand here, showboating all the way from Maidstone, beautiful Maidstone. Got a nice little, quite modest rig. This is one of their budget rigs that doesn't move. Still cost you a pretty penny, but actually nice a smaller rig. So if you don't have, you know, if you're not like a Saudi investor, you could conceivably get one of those rigs and fit it into your sitting room. So. Oh, he's in VR. What's he using? Oculus, the Oculus Rift. Nice. He's in the zone. You can't put people off wearing VR headsets. And this is the point where I realised I should have brought a drink with me, because my voice is starting to go. I don't know if it's going to come through on the camera. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it's not too loud. We'll see. Worst case, we'll just have to dub this. So round the corner we go. What have we got? We've got an AMG Driving Academy booth. Let's have a look. So what are they running? What's this business? We've got the AMG Mercedes GT car, absolutely gorgeous. Got distracted by the real cars. That's the problem with SimRacing Expo. You're like, well, the sim rigs are nice, but there's real cars here. There you go, it's got a nice little sort of screen on it to protect it from the sun, which is cool. So there's more people driving the Porsches. Nice little, it's quite a nice little cockpit that for a motion rig. It looks like it's using one of those Blue Dragon motion platforms. I'm not sure, that's just off the top of my head. But that's quite cool as like a sort of commercial promotional rig. That's a nice little unit. So on the other side, we have what is this? Evo motion simulator. I know nothing about that. We'll have to hopefully check that out in a bit. But it looks awesome. One of those. It's an interesting configuration of the servos for actually moving it around with the cockpit sort of suspended, which is quite cool. Everyone, do you know what's really nice? Everyone, all the setups here now, it's pure direct drive wheels. We've gone past the point of you know, Logitech G29s and belt-driven wheels. We're now in the DD, the land of DD. We've got another booth here with some, who's this booth? Oh, this is iRacing booth with Jimmy. Oh God, it's that dirty YouTube. You've got to stay away from YouTubers. Really bad for your health. Don't talk to them. Jesus Christ. Look at this, maximum iRacing shilling from the Jimmy here. Purchase your, what's, oh, Gran Turismo. Purchase your iRacing codes.
It's good to meet you, man.
Sorry, I'm just doing a little tour, I'll catch you in a bit. So, that's the iRacing Broadbent booth. Dirty Jimmy, what's he up to? He's, you know, there's always these YouTubers that always align themselves with someone. We've got the Sparco race chair booth here. Hang on, we've got to sit in one of these with the backpack on. This is not going to make any sense. Look at that, Sparco. There you go, nice. I mean, I don't know which is the best one. Do you know Sparco? If you want to send me anything, Sparco, it looks more Sparco. Okay, let's turn that around. Oh, it's very hard to actually film your face at the same time as filming something else. We don't quite have the full VR experience YouTube skills just yet. More practice. But yeah, so some nice office chairs there if you want to be a proper gamer. And we've got some Sparco rigs. Oh, the actual Sparco rigs there that they sell with the Sparco chair obviously bundled with it. And we've got a nice Samsung widescreen on this. A more modest display. They've got the Thrustmaster TGT, is it on this? A lot of people running, oh, that's the Assetto Corsa. I was going to say a lot of people are running iRacing with the Nurburgring GP, but they made the right choice there. Assetto Corsa all the way. Track Racer. I'll come over to you again in a bit. I'm just doing a little tour. So we've got the Track Racer booth here, and nice. They're just showing off their sim rigs. Some nice some smaller rigs that look like they're pretty nice and stable, so you might even be able to put sort of a DD on one of the smaller rigs if you wanted to. We've got the I don't know what DD wheel they're using there. I'm not sure which one that is, but really nice setup there. Is it a Track Racer Pro? I'm not totally sure, but let's continue this tour. I don't want everyone to die of old age here, so we've got some filming going on. Wave Italy. I don't know what is Wave Italy? Immersive racing. Hang on, let's try and keep the camera where it's steady here. Got a Nurburgring, as real as it gets, with a screen displaying nothing. That's as real as it gets. That, to be honest, that is as real as it gets with the sim racing. Mostly just setting stuff up, menus. That's the core of sim racing. So their slogan is spot on. We've got we've been attacked. We've got a build your simulator, choose your monitor, choose your wheel, spanner and screwdriver, stick it together, and away you go. You've got a race room simulator. That's what Build Your Simulator is. I'm not quite sure what they do with it. They've got some kind of partnership with Thrustmaster, a bunch of other stuff, or BenQ over there. Oh, look at this. This is a beast of a rig over here. Again, you know, this is the kind of thing that you would probably put in your sitting room. Just your small sitting room jobby, running on Assetto here. I think this is actually one of the, this is like a Wave Italy platform. This is one of the ones that you see at, they've got me a few of the theme parks in America. It was one of the early ones that they had before Assetto Corsa actually came out to the public. It was one of the first builds of Assetto Corsa you could play, was using one of these rigs licensed to theme parks. But that'll be cool to try. And it's really awesome actually how they've lined the field of view up of the game with the cockpit. So the actual, you see the wheels on the screen there line up with the with the real cockpit. So kind of the real blends in with the virtual, which is I think that's a really nice way of doing it. If you're going to do one of those cockpit rigs, it's an absolutely awesome way of mixing reality and virtual reality. But let's continue off. We've got the BenQ corner here. Feel the thrill of the curve. I'm ready to feel the thrill of the curve. Hang on, hang on. Oh, I'm feeling the thrill of the curve right there. The thrill of the curve. But nice BenQ screens. Of course, we've got the BenQ. I think this is the one we've got on our sim rig at home. The EX3223R. They've got a penchant of naming things concisely at BenQ. It's a really nice monitor actually. Really good colour on it. This isn't a BenQ advert, so let's keep going through the through the expo. Did I miss anything on the left there? Let's rotate. I hope you're enjoying this Steadicam. My hand's going to fall off here. We need extra hands. Oh yeah, so here we go. Down the next aisle. Look at this. This is the it's not actually obvious who makes it. They've not put their branding clearly on it. It's got a Cobra seat on it. I don't know who. ImSim. These are ImSim motion rigs. These look really sleek and cool. Unfortunately, they don't seem to have any actually plugged in for people to test out and try. Maybe we can. Maybe they will have one somewhere and we can give it a go later. But those ImSim booth is actually a pretty sizable booth there, with 3 rigs on it. We've got another one of the Wave Italy motion platforms. Don't know if they're doing some kind of competition, but you know what they do? They do take it serious. We take it serious. Oh dear, the slogans. We'll have to see who's got the best and worst slogan of SimRacing Expo. We've got, we've got an ImSim rig here actually set up. They've basically hijacked a good sort of half of the SimRacing. There's Aussie Stig. They've hijacked a half of the expo here. I'll come back in a minute. We're just doing a virtual tour. Aussie Stig in virtual reality. Whoa, full on 3D. So yeah, ImSim there with an Aussie Stig, just hanging around, and we've got Cube, the Cube. Going over to the Cube. All right. So Cube controls. A nice little booth, but a popular booth. Look at this, there's a good crowd. Sim racers like their button boxes. It's interesting how you have like some of the larger booths don't necessarily have the most people around them, not necessarily the most attractive to people, but then you have these small booths and they're absolutely ramshackled. So that's the Cube booth. Looks interesting there. We'll have a bigger look at that. More ImSim Invasion. Just a little a breather break on the voice there. Got a guy sitting suspiciously in the corner. Will he notice the camera? He's looking away. Oh dear. I like torturing people by pointing cameras at them because I know how horrible it feels. We've got the virtual racing school here. Learn from the best. So they won't allow us in one of their rigs, that's for sure. And what's over here? Noble chairs. They will turn you into a king. They are the noble chairs, the most noble of chairs. I think it's another, it's like the Sparco, the gaming office chair booth. They look pretty cool. So we'll have to sit on all of them, and we can pick out which does the best. So that's that was the third aisle, and that might be the end of SimRacing Expo here. We'll see. We've got a Porsche. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Ah, look at that. I'll just, if it's got any fuel in it, we'll just run off with it. We've got some deck chairs, people chilling out. Oh, it's like a, I don't know what that is up there. I don't know why there's a stealth fighter bombing a T-Rex underneath a roller coaster with a volcano in the background. I don't know. That makes sense in Germany. We've got Virtual Racing Lounge. Running Assetto Corsa with some more Sparco, some R seats. Don't know what they're just showing off their little. I don't know what this tube rig is. It's like, oh, it's an R seat that's not painted, I guess. I don't know. I don't know which one that is. Again, more DD wheels. I mean, it is really nice to see everyone basically using DD wheels now. It's just the standard. Got a funky button box on that. I don't know which button box that is. We've got actuators on there. I think they might be using, it looks like they might be using some kind of D-box system on that as well. I'm not sure. Don't know. We've got a bunch of short Cosso VRS, VRL Performance. There's so many brands I can't keep a track of them. And we've got the next booth is the it's the SimLab booth. We'll be coming back to the SimLab booth. Of course, we're using the SimLab cockpit. Absolutely awesome. Just doing a little tour. We'll come back. So, absolutely awesome there. They've got a nice, quite a popular booth there. The SimLab cockpits, of course, absolutely rock solid. There could be a total earthquake here, and they would the last thing standing would be SimLab booth, SimLab cockpit with a DD wheel. Then it'll be fine. Everything else will be destroyed. Got another D-box motion rig here from Safat. Safat Performance. Sci-Fat Performance. It's a little Q. SimRig test Q here. And more D-box promotion. So a lot of these rigs. So it does seem a lot of these rigs are using. They've either gone for what? They're either like sim rigs where they do their own full-on motion simulator, but a lot of the smaller rigs do the D-box, go for the D-box motion, because I think you can attach onto basically any solid rig pretty nicely and without too much fuss, though quite costly. So we've got a video data analysis now available for sim racers. V-Box Motorsport booth here. So they might maybe using like some sort of eye tracking system or some other stuff, or just there's a lot of thing in it with real world motorsport drivers now using driving simulators for refining basics of like what they're looking at, making sure they're looking into the into the distance, or just keeping focus and doing like really in-depth analysis of their racing, just to like get those minute details down. So you're starting to see more of that data, specific driver data tracking come into it, I think, and more companies doing that, which is cool, because it brings even more attention to sim racing. Now we've got an absolute beast, an absolute beast of a rig here. I mean, can you call it a rig? It's an entire Porsche in front of three. I guess they look like rear projector screens. I don't know. They might just be they're like three 90-inch LCD panels. Looks like he's playing, maybe it's R-Factor Pro actually. Some R-Factor sim. It looks like it's got the R-Factor UI in the top corner. Then again, the graphics look like Assetto, so who knows? Maybe it's an R-Factor Pro with a laser scan track. That'd be awesome to try out. But look at that, proper sat in the car, lined up, immaculate field of view. I mean, yeah, we've got to hopefully get a go on that. That'll be really cool to get a video of on the inside. But yeah, no, if you've got room and the money for a spare Porsche and some 90-inch screens, then you just grab one of these and stick them in your sitting room and you're good. That's a nice thing with sim racing. It's cheap and accessible. So, well, it can be cheap and accessible, but not always. So this is the whole Porsche booth. So Porsche would just going for the maximum showboat in there by having an actual Porsche car in front of the sim. It's pretty understated, the Porsche booth, I have to say. You will notice these are the little Porsche Assetto Corsa sim rigs, using the sort of commercial version of Assetto Corsa, which I think is basically the same as normal Assetto Corsa, but they're quite nice little neat units with a little bit of tilt motion, and I remember early on, before Assetto Corsa came out again, this is one of the things that you started seeing back in the day. Nice little boost for a car dealership. Not bad. Let's continue. Did we miss this one? That was Husingveld. Can't miss out Husingveld. Have a look at the. I'm just doing a tour. I'll come back to you in a minute. So we've got the Husingveld here with the Husingveld sim rigs. Obviously, Husingveld pedals down there. Absolute legend. Oh man, we need to just steal one of the Husingveld signs off the wall. Really cool. It's like they're doing Husingveld kebabs now, apparently. There's a business idea, Husingveld. You can count on Game of Muscle for that. We've got a nice little pedal display. We've got a little Niels in the corner. I'll come and say hi to him in a bit. And that oh my god, that is the end of my voice. But that is basically the entirety of SimRacing Expo. I'm going to put the camera closer because it's so noisy in here. I'm praying that the audio's worked. It might not have. But that is a virtual tour of the SimRacing Expo. I hope that gave you a background view of what's going on here, what it's like, and yeah, wow. Let's go in here, it's going to be a bit quieter. I have to say, oh there you go, it's much better. I have to say, it's actually pretty good, you know, it's grown year on year. This is my first year attending it, but it's actually quite an impressive show. You can see there's a lot of cockpits, a lot of people in sim racing. Absolutely amazing just seeing sim racing continue to grow. Possibly, I mean, I would have thought it would have sort of stagnated by now or reached a sort of point of that's it for sim racing. But no, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. There's no stop to it. But anyway, thanks for watching this one, guys. Don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and watch out for more content from the SimRacing Expo. Goodbye, everybody.